you can have some fun getting your hitters or your teams ready to play. And again, as we stay in the visual world, it's all about open focus. It's all about seeing without looking hard, and it's minimizing the head as a part of seeing. We're going to come in and we're going to do, this is really the first set of what we call our mirror men, or we'll call it mirror women for Michaela. Right, we're going to be in a good athletic position, and if you're going to notice, Michaela's going to watch my hands, but she's not going to look at my hands, right? I don't know if the camera can see, right? But she's looking straight at me, and because she's in an open focus looking at sunsets, she sees all the moves that are going on. And as she gets better at it, I'm just going to go a little bit faster and go back and forth, right? Let's angle it this way. Good. And again, the key to this is not, Michaela, do it wrong where you're actually, you got head movement, the eyes are moving. We got to trust our eyes, go back into open focus. Good. Back and forth. You can vary this at some point if you've got athletes that you're working with. I don't know if I can stay here. We're going to go down into a low position, right? Michaela's going to follow me, right, with one foot. Back and forth this way. You can start going a little bit faster depending upon the advancement. But again, this is all about trusting your eyes and getting the hitter to realize the head doesn't have to be part of the swing. The second part of our mirror men drill, a little bit more difficult, really allows and forces the hitter to open up their field of vision, gets them to understand the power of peripheral awareness. I'm going to move my hands back and forth, and you notice Michaela, as best she can without turning her head or cheating, she's actually seeing movement patterns, and as best she can, she's going up and down, right? Gets a little bit more difficult once you start getting further back, but anything to the side becomes important. Start doing this with some of your defensive players for them to realize that open focus allows them to see the field so much more effectively. And you really can incorporate even some breathing exercises. At some point, right, we're just going to make sure that we're taking our good Debbies all the time, back and forth. And again, you can do this on one foot, right? Michaela's going to go down on one foot, see if she can balance herself. Go a little lower. Good. And stop. The players initially will laugh. They'll think it's funny. It's a little different. It slows them down. Again, it gets back to once the game starts, play the game with your eyes more than certainly your thoughts or all those big movements in the body that get hitters in trouble. When you're working with athletes that are in a constant state of moving back and forth, taking away a little bit of their balance sometimes makes it a little bit more difficult for them. It's also a way for them to realize, you know what, I can still stabilize the head or the camera while I'm all in these different positions that are going back and forth. Makes it a little bit more difficult for them. With the younger players, maybe at the Little League level, you probably wouldn't do that, but with the college athletes and certainly some of the professional players, putting them in all these different positions back and forth, because at some point in the game, their bodies, their angles, their positioning is going to be changing. But for them to realize that if the eyes lead the body, putting them in these crazy contorted positions is actually challenging. When you challenge the visual system, you're better preparing them for a game.